Good evening, hello and welcome to this special broadcast. I'm Anusha Soni. The rape of a minor girl in Hyderabad on the 28th of May has sent shockwaves across the state and across the country. Not just the fact that the girl who was raped was a minor, but there are 5 accused who are minors who have been charged with serious offences. They have been arrested in the case, they've got a bail as well. Now, the police has submitted a charge sheet that runs over 350 pages and much longer. The accused have been granted bail, as I said, by the Juvenile Justice Board. One of the accused in the case is also an MLA's son. In fact, there are other accused as well who come from very influential political families. The police has recommended that the minors be tried as adults under the special provisions of the Juvenile Justice Act. Now, you remember that post-Nirbhaya rape incident, crucial amendments were brought in to ensure that in rare cases involving heinous crimes, minors between the age of 16 to 18 can be tried as adults. But despite these changes and a strict law, the graph involving minor offenders has only gone up. This has also thrown up serious questions for the judiciary and the stakeholders whether in such cases reform and rehabilitation should be preferred over a strict punishment to set an example. This case has also taken a political color, with the Congress alleging a cover-up by the TRS in the matter. Let's begin with the special report.
Exactly 2 months after a minor was gang-raped in Hyderabad's posh Jubilee Hills, police have filed a charge sheet against 6 accused, including 5 minors. The charge sheet was filed both in the Nampally Criminal Court and the Juvenile Justice Board. But police have sought permission from the Juvenile Justice Board to treat the minors as adults in view of the seriousness of the crime. 4 minors and 1 adult, who is the son of a TRS leader, have been charged with gang rape. Another minor accused, who is the son of an AIMIM legislator, is facing molestation charges. All 5 minors have been released on bail, while the adult accused, Saduddin Malik, remains in jail after his bail petition was dismissed. But the bail order triggered massive protests in Hyderabad. Youth Congress workers protested right in front of the Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao's office, objecting to the minor accused getting bail. So where do things stand legally when the rape accused are minors? The law is laid down in Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2015. Maximum punishment for a juvenile in conflict with the law is 3 years. Minors between the ages of 16 and 18 years can be tried as adults for heinous crimes. The nature of the crime and the final decision is taken by the Juvenile Justice Board. In order to treat the accused as minors, the Juvenile Justice Board needs to consider the following: the mental and physical capacity of the accused, ability to understand the consequences, and the overall circumstances of the offence. A heinous crime is defined as one for which the punishment is more than 7 years. So should the 4 minors who have been charged with rape be treated as adults?
Well, joining us on the broadcast is my colleague Swastika Das. She's been tracking this story from Hyderabad. She'll tell us more about the police investigation and also the political colours that this case has taken. Swastika, first tell us more about the police investigation, the charge sheet that have been filed. More importantly, most of the accused in this case come from very influential, politically influential families.
Well, that's right, and that's the reason why the case had grabbed so much headlines even in the recent days, because all the 5 accused minors in the case are now on bail, and this is something that the police will challenge. The 350-page charge sheet filed by the Banjara police station here in Hyderabad says that 65 witnesses have been examined. More details on it are the fact that in the identification parade done by the victim. It's a process where the survivor herself had identified all the accused, number one. Second, DNA samples collected from that Innova car in which the gang rape took place on the 28th of May have matched with the victim's clothes. In addition to that, all the technical data, the call record details, and more importantly, remember, a lot of intimate videos had surfaced in connection with the case. This was when the investigation was still underway, and the police says that all of this was done from the accused side to character assassinate the victim, to mislead the probe, and that was something that the police have been able to crack down very firmly. In addition to that, the other details that have come forth is the fact that all of this is or was pre-planned. They had met at that pub to attend a party, and after that, all of the accused had conspired to trap this girl. They offered her a lift on the pretext of dropping her home. They stopped by at a bakery, and from that bakery, one of the influential links in this case, one of the minors who's linked to an MLA, gets off the car, but before that, he was seen misbehaving with the victim. All of that was on that video. We're not sharing that video because it is certainly not appropriate, reveals the identity. In addition to that, then the others, 5 others, including one major, identified as Sadaduddin Malik, went ahead and gang raped that girl near a temple in Jubilee Hills area as well. That's a posh area. In fact, all of these details, the timeline, everything has been accessed by the police, and the police says 2 main things. Number 1, it is going to appeal to Juvenile Justice Board that all the 5 minor accused should be tried as adults. Same probe as it is going to be in the case of 18-year-old Sadaduddin Malik, who is lodged at a jail right now. Second is that the case should be fast-tracked. The police says from its part, within 56 days they have filed the charge sheet, and they now want the Juvenile Justice Board to set a precedence.
What chilling details, Swastika, as you're pointing out, and I can't believe that these are minors who had pre-planned this. It was a conspiracy that was hatched out. Why is it that the government is facing questions from the opposition parties? If the police says they have filed the charge sheet within 56 days, you're pointing out it's an elaborate charge sheet, a very stern recommendation is made that all these minors should be treated as adults, then why the political flack?
Well, Anusha, it may be recalled that when the case sent shockwaves across the country because of the nature of the crime and also the involvement of influential family members here. Remember, it was Telangana Minister K.T. Ramarao who had, of course, broken his silence on the issue and said that all the minors should be tried as adults in the case because this is a heinous crime, this is a grotesque crime, and there is no 2 words about it. The state government on its part had defended by saying so. But questions were raised over the delay in police probe. Remember, incident happened on 28th, family filed a complaint on May 31st, and after that the case did grab a lot of headlines, and much later it was the identification of the accused and then their subsequent apprehension. They were apprehended by the police. Now what they questioned was why details like who the car belonged to in which the rape took place. All of this was not furnished in time. The police said that all of these cases are linked to the minor, that's why they're not going to reveal the details. But allegation came from the BJP and Congress side is that there's a massive cover-up because 2 leaders prominently, one of them occupying a government position, his son is involved, and the other one is an MLA whose son is involved.
I'm going to take all those questions to the guest panel that we have today. But before I let you go, one final question, that looms in the mind of all of us is that whether the victim will get any kind of justice. The victim must be under tremendous pressure. Has she sought any kind of police protection? Has she been given any kind of witness protection? Any word, any details from the side of the victim? Very briefly, Swastika.
She has been, in fact, when the cross-examination process took place, that happened after the victim recovered. Remember, the victim was in mental trauma. That's the reason why the family members say they took some time, 3 days after the crime took place, to file the police complaint. But right now, as far as the investigation is concerned, the police, first thing they did was take down those videos, remember, which were circulating on social media, extremely shocking videos that were released from the accused side. But you answer your question, victim giving protection, yes.
All right, Swastika, thank you so much for getting us that analysis.